Okay, this is a quick tutorial about one of the most important things you can do. You need to be able to find your documents. File naming conventions are essential for that. This is the bottom line. If you get this sequence here, main topic, subtopic, subtopic, and then a year, month, day, you've got your version control, you got the whole naming convention here. That's my whole bottom line. Okay, why you should standardize. You need to be able to quickly find your documents, know that you got the latest version, and you need to be able to see what it is without opening it, because it takes time to open your documents. So you got to plan for misplacing your documents, because it will happen no matter how hard you try. So do not name your files such as these. Very vague, unclear, have no idea what those are about. Do not label folders things like miscellaneous. And do not, if you're on a shared drive, name it by your name. It's a section, it's a shared drive, you should name it topical because it applies to everybody. It's not yours per se. So the number of folders, if you have a whole directory with all these folders, it's hard to see. This one has 69 folders. Try to limit what's in a particular directory to about 25 folders. It's easy to scan through that, but not so much the 69. It's a lot of IWork, and you want to reduce the amount of IWork you have to do in every turn. Again, reduce your IWork. Be able to find what you're looking for. Part of that is reduce the amount of clicking, how buried your folders are within another. Reduce your scrolling. If you have a list here, you have to scroll up and down and you're going to miss things. Here's the basic principles. I'm going to go over each of these. You can just take a quick look and I'll get going. Okay, being concise. If you've got unnecessary parts of your file name here, you just get rid of them. These aren't doing anything any good because you're doing the same thing every day at that particular time. It's the same organization. Just go ahead and use the convention that's here. Be concise. This just so people know, you will get an error dialog box like this if you get beyond 256 characters in your directory and path name and file name. It just, most people don't run into it too often, but if you're assembling a lot of documents from different folks and they are buried within folders, you might run into this. And then you're going to start having actual errors, file errors or system errors when it hits that point. And you might, I don't think you'll lose documents, but you might have trouble accessing them. Okay, being concise can help you with being able to see the documents. You can see you can't see the name of the very good in this icon view, so it's best to avoid the icon view. Use the details view and you get more text out here, but even in that, unless you drag the column over, you're still getting into file. The longer the file is, the more is going to be cut off. In the detail, this is the icon view, and here's what your eyes have to do. The path, the red path there is what your eyes have to do to find that particular document. Conversely, if you're going through here, you're just going alphabetically to find the particular document there. I timed myself and had someone else do it, and came out the difference of finding the document was about 6 seconds to 3 seconds. So it's a lot faster if you use the details view. IWork. It's all a bunch of it's all about saving time. Now, being inconsistent with your file naming. Here is part of Appendix 19. I can see what that is. It's even in this case got the name fire and targeting out there, which is good. But the rest of Appendix 19 is down here, and it doesn't have the file name. The rest of what the actual appendix or tab or whatever it is. So just come up with a plan, be consistent with how you're doing it. And it makes things automatically appear all together. Year, month, day. But you don't need the millennium in there. You just year, month, day works best. So Just try to remember to do this, and it's good for a lot of different things. Here's where you shouldn't do. You shouldn't use spelled out parts of a month because they don't sort in a chronological manner. Neither is the date time group formats. They've got the same, some of the same problems. For all these reasons, it works best just to go year, year, month, month, day, day. Sequential products. This is escort duty rosters that were developed, a whole series of them. And here was ones after I renamed them. Now I'll show you a closer look. Here's you can see the January 2018 followed by June 2018. It's chronological. And then May, then October. Oop, that's October 17. So the naming convention you have has ramifications on how things appear for you. This is what are the year, month, day, day thing. It's just all chronologically in order automatically for you. So yes, if you just got just the daily versions of the same report, they all fall out together. Sometimes you have multiple versions of the same document you're working on throughout the day. Just add a letter to the end. You got 26 letters to work with in English anyway. User-based versioning. If there's that particular version, I've worked on it. So has a couple other people. There's a good way to mark that without getting real lengthy in the file name, and it's very concise. And avoid these relative terms. They tend to be misused, or you have 15 different final documents in the same directory. They just don't work nearly as well as year, month, day, day. Hyphens. I go at length at this. Hyphens are better than underscores because it's easier to type a hyphen than an underscore. Just try it. Camel case is what I mean. Use hyphens. Use them in between little parts and pieces of your topic, subtopic, and all that. Camel case is handy. Also, just save space. Vehicle registration sticker. It's all easy to see. Spaces, if you get spaces, everything, well, I'll just use it, who cares? Well, it matters when you're creating URLs, and it creates problems sometimes with burning CDs and other things. And it's just, my experience is it's just a lot better if you just have a separations with hyphens. Now, with regard to spaces, underscores, and hyphens, if different people are adding to the same folder, people won't know. These are all just, instead of 15 documents, you would just have 5. These 5 are the same as these 5, but it's based on different people's naming conventions. They'll post it in the same directory, and you've got different issues. It's just a matter of having a consistent standard with how you're going to name things, and I'm encouraging everybody to use hyphens. SharePoint has various characters it doesn't like, and some they'll sort of like or accept, but it's best to avoid some of these. So here's a recommended naming convention. You work with a main topic and then the next most significant subtopic, and then subtopic, and year, month, day. If you need that, you don't always have to have a date time group on your document, but it's very good for version control. But work like this, and it help all the different things sort together. So CGSIs, this is done by the publication type, and then the number of publication, and then a description of what it is. But all those fall out together automatically in chronological sort. So that's the general scheme that you should try to work through. Now, I hope this helps, and have a good day.